right, welcome to the back nine here, 2025 Huk Central. We got Grady Shue on the tee pad here. Hole 10, if you watch the front nine, hole 8, there's that net on the right-hand side that Ish was talking about, guarding this tee pad. We're going to see most players throw in some sort of a backhand turnover in this one.
Oh, we see our first forehand here.
Martin's going to make a liar out of me. It's not an impossible forehand shot, but
You definitely have to do it with a flippy disc that flips the whole way down.
yeah.
Or either get a straight skip if you can hit the middle of the fairway with it. Looks like it made it almost all the way down. Little cut roll at the end. Looks like about circle 2.
Kind of hit that second tier up there. Shane's just going to lay up.
Very nice layup.
Yeah, it looks like most everybody is in this I'm not going to go for it position here. So it's just
Yep.
Try to get something to sit close to where you don't have a danger putt.
Get down.
Yeah.
Over there near Shane.
I feel like this aspect of the game is something that's definitely different between your MA1 and your pro level players, where they might have the distance of a pro and they might putt really well, but it's making your life easy by being able to do this.
Oh yeah, that scramble and putting the pro or a
Yep.
putt, yeah, approach and scramble game is huge. Oh.
You know, from a course design aspect, I feel like the designer Brian Shop could have easily just put this basket directly between those two trees without this little outcropping there. But man, that just adds some difficulty to it.
Oh yeah. The sick sense of humor that fella has.
Hole 11, par 4, 539 feet. After you miss this tree here in the middle, it's just straight up the fairway, and you just got to carry a good ways, because when you get to about right here where the short basket's at, the short pin, the next thing you want to do is have something that's going to fade off to the left-hand side. There's a few gaps here, but you just have to beat these trees and get it to fade back to the left towards the pin. You do that after 2 shots, then you got a good putt for a birdie. See a different type of tee pad here. This is actually because this is on a slope. Course designer built a little basically like a little deck here for the players to tee off of.
Yeah, I remember playing before the deck was built. It was, oh my goodness, it was an uphill tee pad, and it was so much worse than this one.
Should be like not allowed. Yeah, that's so slick. No, it's okay.
Braeden commenting about the wear and tear on the rubber pads. Didn't seem to bother him any.
Looks like that same tree he was up against in the first round.
Yeah.
I haven't ever used a towel. Don't want to start now.
Oh no. Only that kicked right.
Uh-huh. There's kind of an interesting effect here. Braeden pointed out that it's slippery there, and then it became a very conscious thought in Shane and Martin's head.
To not go as far left as he was standing.
Yeah. Shane opted to not put a towel down, but Martin decided to. And I feel like it was in his head just enough to where Martin altered his game. Great out. So this is Martin's third shot here. And what a shot it is. So just to show you the skill level that Martin's got, he goes from being severely off the fairway to now he's putting to save his par, and he's got a very good shot at it.
It's like just a nice chip out by Shane.
Yeah. He didn't have that many options.
Yeah, getting off the fairway on this hole is definitely a whole lot more punishing than most any of the other holes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Shane being the conscious player that he is, opts to not go for the hero shot and pitches out. And now,
oh wow,
he's in position to putt and save his par.
That's right. That's legit par save range. Uh-oh. Well, there's a whole lot worse kicks off that tree I've seen.
Yeah. He could have ended up as far over in another fairway of 9 or even 2.
Yeah, either one. Not bad from there.
Yeah. Hole 11 showing its teeth again this round. One of the most difficult holes on the day.
Oh my god.
Just enough flip up. Oh my goodness. I think he thought that was going early left right out of his hand.
Yeah. I tell you, man, the number of times I heard Grady hate his shots this weekend, but they actually turned out great.
Yeah. He knew it right out of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice par save.
Mm-hmm. Another good par save. Unfortunate bogey. Martin had a chance at it, but that putt just got away from him.
Hole number 12, par 4, 450 feet. Off the tee, you just want to get through this gap and across the road. Have a ceiling branch there that catches a lot of disc. A little bit of a step up tier right before you cross the road. Anywhere between these two big trees right there is the ideal landing zone, and you should have a nice little chip up. We have OB running down the left side the whole way, and have a nice open green once you get down to the basket. Braeden up first, looks like he's throwing a driver. Deep sigh. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Takes the tougher gap there.
Not sure I've seen too many go above that big limb that made it that far down the fairway. Goodness.
Mm-hmm.
No self-commentary from Braeden the whole time either.
Yeah, it turned out all right, though.
Very nice.
Yeah, Shane's got a big arm on him. Lots of control, too. So I know you run weekly doubles out here at Grand Central on Thursday evenings. Does Shane come out and play a good bit?
He does some. I'm pretty sure he is moving back to his parents' place for the summer. So before school gets out, and then after they come back in August, he does play some weeks. But over the summertime, I'm pretty sure his parents are from the Hilton Head, Beaufort kind of area, right above Savannah.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure he's already gone for the summer. But he does play while school's still in, while we're still running doubles.
Gotcha.
I think we got about a month left when he gets back in August. Oh, wow. Wow, that's going to be a little eagle look.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was a venom that Martin just threw.
Oh, wow. That's very nice to be able to keep a venom that straight for the first 3/4 of the flight.
I think
Wow.
Do they make a jawbreaker venom?
I haven't seen one. I've
Okay.
seen the Jawbreaker FLX ones, but not the Z ones, but not a straight up Jawbreaker one.
Okay.
Now, I could be wrong on that. I just haven't ever ordered one myself.
For some reason, I wanted to say that was maybe it's one of those Jawbreaker Flex ones you were talking about. Because I know he said, oh, it was a good bid. He said that it doesn't behave like the regular venoms.
Ah, gotcha. Because that one definitely looked like it popped up flat for a little bit, and most of the venoms that I've seen thrown are pretty Meat Hook Jones kind of
Yeah.
disc.
He didn't get the eagle, but he got the birdie on that one.
That's right. But with most of the kids, their arm speeds and snap nowadays, I mean, they're throwing monster overstable stuff straight.
Did they get a quick language test when he signed? No. They should though.
And a star frame and hole 12 played as one of the easiest holes of the day in this round. Hole 13, par 3, 415 feet. The main obstacle you have to contend with is this power pole right in the middle of the fairway. The challenge is don't let something fade left and go OB, and don't send something long and have it go OB.
And don't hit the power pole.
Yeah, don't hit that pole. So thankfully today the weather's cooperating. Mother Nature doesn't hate us, so
Yeah.
we won't have 3 blasts after a tee shot.
Or during.
Yeah, or during the tee shot. Yeah.
God, dude.
It's like that needs to get down. Oh, man.
So here's that red mid-range again. I actually, between commentary rounds, I messaged Shane. I was like, what is that red disc? It's an MD3.
That's what I thought, yep. It looks like an early one, too.
Uh-huh.
Looks like a nice line.
Get all the way.
Very nice shot.
Yeah.
Looks like he's thrown that one a couple of times.
Yeah, I'm not trying to coach Shane, but he should probably keep that disc in the bag.
Yes, sir.
He's got a good relationship with it.
See if he can find a couple of backups of that bad boy.
Yeah.
Feel like that one had a team stamp on it.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like that needs to get down.
Oh, yeah.
Settle.
That was so.
Looks like Martin's got that quake again. Little turn on it.
Gave it enough height to come back. Very nice.
Yeah.
See if Braeden can save his par here. Not quite enough height.
So he was out there.
Oh, man.
Saved his par, though.
Good. Guess that's best case scenario when you do go out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate bogue from Braeden.
Shane and Martin getting strokes on everybody.
Hole 14, par 3, 315 feet. We're going to be playing the top tee pad on this one. First half of the fairway's wide open. Second half is heavily wooded, tunnel shot with a ceiling. You're wanting to get a straight skip if you do hit the ground, or if you can flip up something all the way down here, that would be wonderful. It is kind of open inside circle 1 once you do get all the way down there.
See over the left-hand side there, we got the chase card. You got Evans over there. You see Rico in the dark blue shirt, and Rico's groupies hanging out with him.
That's right. Johnny P and Davey on site. Oh, wow. That is rough. Looks like he's still inside circle 2, though.
Yeah, I could roll to where he's got at least a little opening.
It's like Jason Lynn and AJ and Evan.
Yeah.
Not a horrible kick.
Shout out to Jason Lynn, who just crossed the 1,000 rated grain this past update.
Yep. That's pretty nice once you hit that 40-year-old age mark, too.
Yeah. Sure, Jason likes that you're pointing out that he's master's age, too.
Still competing in the MPO, though. He's still
That is
keeping
true.
up with the young bucks.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was a great shot right there. Just about bullseye.
Not too bad.
Martin.
Bang. Knew it was in.
That's MJ-esque the way Martin he just kind of, I know it's in, and I'm just going to reach down and grab my mini.
Yep, just pick up the mini.
Good putt from Shane there.
Oh, man. Guess they double big putted him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hit these ones, I think. And then I think just popped up and rolled around.
Hole 15, par 4, 740 feet. Players will not be going through the middle here. This is a good grip it and rip it hole. Most of them are going to go to the right-hand side and just try to punch it as far as they can and try to get those, not skip and stay in the middle. Second shot, probably going to be a forehand up to this basket here and hopefully walk away with a 3. That's a good pull.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like Shane's done this a couple hundred times.
1,000 times, yeah. Looks like a little right. Oh, well, kicked out.
Yeah, did not flex back like he hoped it would, but how often you see people take that right-hand backhand flex line to the left?
About 30-40%. You know, it matters how big of an arm you're talking about. Because once the guys that can throw the 550-foot spike hyzer, they're going right side all day because they don't have to worry about the second shot. The second shot's in their wheelhouse regardless. But me personally, I go down the left side every single time because if I go right side, I'm iffy on making it to the basket on my next shot. So if I can play for that lower level on the left side of the fairway on my first shot, I have a more percentage chance to get there. But I'm not throwing more than barely 400 feet nowadays on a good day. So I'm going left side, but most of these guys can easily go right side and still make it there in 2. It's like a little bit wide left. Oh, no ground play at all. Looks like he's just outside circle 2.
We did see just a little bit of sprinkles and such throughout this round. I don't know if that was enough to keep the ground saturated and take some skippage away.
Might be, because it definitely rained between rounds at night. It's like all 3 of them hung it out a little bit further left than they wanted, regardless of the ground play. We did have somebody in the first round throw from about where Martin was in that tree, backhand roller, and it jumped off the mound at the bottom of the pole and jumped in the basket for 2.
What?
Exactly. And they cheered louder than an ace. It was awesome. I wish I could have seen it.
Yeah, I think I'd cheer loud for that too.
Great line.
So a roller skipped off the mound into the basket.
Yeah, a backhand roller from where Martin was, except for in that tree. Backhand roller in the clay mound at the bottom of the pole, jumped the mound and straight into the basket.
Oh, wow.
Yep. You'll have to ask John Puckett about that. He was on his card during that round.
There it is.
Oh, great catch.
Basket doing its
Sneaky
job.
birdie. Sneaky birdie. Nice birdie.
Yep.
Couple of cleanups for par.
Oh, the no look.
Hole 16, par 3, 525 feet. We're playing the back middle pad on this one. Only real trouble is the creek at the bottom of the hill. As a pro, you're probably going to be easily getting over this creek here. Once you get down to near the basket area, it's wide open across the green.
All right, we got Grady up first here. If you haven't seen footage from myself or Terry Miller from years past, this hole used to be guarded by a few decent-sized trees. Duke Power came through and thought they were a nuisance, so they cut them all down.
Yep. The tops of the trees were just getting a little bit too close to the power line for them. So they planted some trees that in about 6 or 7 years will be great for making it a little more difficult green, but they won't quite be tall enough to affect the power line ever.
Yeah, what a
Nice. Great correction by Braeden. He was a little bit left on round one.
Mm-hmm.
Nice correction. And I guess you didn't have the 2-hour delay.
Yeah, probably helped out.
That always helps. Keep that momentum.
Give a, I know we've mentioned his name on rounds before, but quick shout out to Brian Shop, the course designer here. Stuff like this, like the white rocks, the different paths and stuff like that. I mean, the aesthetic look of this course, it goes a long ways. We'll skip there.
And another little mini shout out. Ethan Adams is starting to take over some of the groundwork, helping shop out and kind of transition over to him eventually in the future, taking over all the stuff here on site.
Oh, nice. Well, he's inheriting a gem of a course.
Oh, absolutely. Starting to develop a good relationship with the town of Central and some of the guys in charge of the parks and recs, and doing a great job so far.
Martin caught me off guard there a little bit. He crossed the bridge on the other side of the creek because he was over on that side, and I had to catch his putt on the run.
Oh, man, just a little bit low.
That's a good two. The unfortunate roll left some meat on the bone here for Shane. Got it, though.
Nice cleanup.
Excellent birdie from Braeden. Hole 17, par 3, 345 feet. It's a straight shot right up the gut here. If you're able to do that, it's going to hit the hill and slide up right to the basket. But if you're not able to do that, there is some danger on the right and left hand side that you do not want to be a part of. Grady up here, he's throwing that infinite disc driver again. He just put it on a rope to the basket last round.
Looks like he's got this one dialed.
Yeah.
Woo, baby.
Closer this time.
Leaner. That's 2 in horseshoes for all y'all sports fans out there.
See if Braeden can follow that up with a shot of equal value. Oh.
Well, we've learned that when he says it's nice, it is by far not the nicest of shots.
Yeah, unfortunately, that one dropped right down in the creek.
He's kind of like me. When I shoot a bad shot, I kind of talk smack to myself better than anybody else would talk smack to me.
Go. Just keep going.
It's like a little early left. Hopefully he'll have an easy way to get up and down. That looks pretty nice.
Braeden throwing 3 with this pinched off upshot right here.
Oh, man. Wow. I didn't know you'd have a chance to get that much go to it. Oh, man.
Martin saw what Shane just did, and he wanted some of the same. Unfortunate little unforced error from Martin there cost him a stroke on this hole. Shane cleans up the par quite nicely though. Braeden taking an unfortunate double on this one. Grady trying not to hurt his back when he's tapping it.
Just dropping in. Last person to putt, the only birdie. Hole number 18, par 4, 510 feet. The first third of the hole is a very tight gap to get through, probably only 8 or 10 feet wide. Once they get about halfway down the fairway, they're going to have a bunch of trees on the right and left. Once they get through the gap, it'll be wide open to the basket. Most of these guys off the tee pad are going to be getting through this tree gap and then hopefully have a putter up shot to give them a look at birdie.
Grady up here on the tee. We'll try to see if we can do better this time getting through the gap. Last time we were 0 for 4.
It's a lot better. At least out there in the middle, give him a chance at a shot.
Yep, already an improvement there. See if Shane can follow suit.
Just a little more chalk needed.
Must have been the right amount of chalk.
Yep, just straight down the middle. Like he's done it 1,000 times.
Uh-huh. Yeah, 3 for 3.
Yep.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good. A little close to that tree, but still not bad. By the way, another shout out to Brian's shop. This is a great filming angle. Built me a little platform behind this tee. It drops off a little bit.
I saw that. I didn't know what that was on Thursday when I pulled into the park. I called him and asked him. I was like, what in the world is that? He was like, oh, that's for filming. I was like, well, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, he was out a weekend before this when I did the practice round with Alan Vasquez and Rico Garcia. And I was having a hard time trying to stand behind the players. I was kind of getting in their run-up. He's like, you want a little platform there? It's like, that would be great. I thought he was just kidding.
Asking you shall receive.
Yeah.
Nice upshot there from Shane. Hopefully that'll be a birdie look.
Yeah.
A little cabbage there from Grady.
Yeah, that tree, that fluffy tree right in the middle is pretty much perfectly placed with this gap.
Strategic.
Martin found it too, but broke through a little bit more. Oh!
Off the pole. Right when Braeden needed it the most.
Grady wasn't happy that he missed that putt, but I think he's going to end up just fine.
Oh, off the top.
Shane, the last shot of the birdie here. Cans it.
Very nice bird.
Oh! Martin trying to make things
that one bounce out.
Yeah.
Nice par.
So with Shane's birdie and Martin and Grady tapping in pars, we are left with a three-way tie going into round 3.
It's going to be exciting for round 3.
Yep, Evan Scott going to join us here. Shout out to Evan and Ben Wolf for shooting 9 down the hot rounds. Thanks for watching and join us for round 3.